Cade Klubnik leads the top 10 returning quarterbacks for the 2025 season according to Pro Football Focus. Do you agree? Do you agree that Cade Klubnik is the number one guy? The number one returning quarterback? Welcome to episode 422 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. I want you to put down your comments and thoughts. Right off the bat here, do not waste any more time. Let me know if your quarterback, your returning quarterback, your guy, is he out the top 10? Should he be in the top 10? Where is he in the top 10? According to Pro Football Focus, Cade Klubnik is the number one guy on the list. There might not have been a more improved quarterback in college football this past season than Klubnik. After placing 102nd among FBS signal callers in 2023 with a 63.9 PFF passing grade, he ranked 5th in 2024. The top quarterback recruit in the 2022 class, has he finally arrived here for 2025? I think he has. I talked about it during the season. I said Cade Klubnik was on the rise, especially the second half of the season. Holy smokes. I like Clemson. I like Clemson a lot. And Cade Klubnik is the biggest reason why. Number two, of course, Sam Levitt. Now, a lot of you are going to have him number one, and I don't blame you a bit. The Arizona State Sun Devil signal caller. After spending one season at Michigan State, Levitt transferred to Arizona State and helped the Sun Devils go from back-to-back 3-9 seasons to winning the Big 12 and making the college football playoff quarterfinals. The redshirt freshman, 89.1 PFF overall grade, ranked 9th among FBS quarterbacks, and he was the only Power 4 signal caller with an 80-plus grade, both as a passer and a runner. Sam Levitt. Boy, it's going to be difficult for anybody not to put Arizona State as number one in their Big 12 predictions. Going into 2025, it's going to be very difficult for me to leave them out of number one. Is it going to be difficult for you? Do you have somebody else in there? Do you have BYU as number one? Utah rising again, possibly without Cam Rising? Arizona State, Sam Levitt, the number two ranked returning starting quarterback for the 2025 season. Number three, Carson Beck. Miami, Florida, transferring. The Hurricanes have got themselves another top-level quarterback in the transfer portal. After entering the 2024 as PFF's top-ranked quarterback in college football, Beck disappointed in his final year at Georgia before transferring to Miami. But was that his disappointment, or was that the disappointment of the Georgia Bulldogs wide receiver room? Or other problems that they had? I think they had some problems, not just culturally in the locker room, but calling the plays. There were things going on there at Georgia I did not quite understand. But now Carson Beck is going to Miami. Is 3 a little too high? Let me know in the comments section. He's number 3. PFF. Drew Aller, number 4. While his performance in Penn State's final game of the season was rough, yes, it was, Aller quieted many critics by the quarterbacking of the Nittany Lions all the way to the college football playoff semifinals this past season. He finished as the nation's 6th most valuable signal caller in the process. Again, I like Drew Aller. I love his talent. There's something about the intangibles that he's missing. He's a little hot-headed. He gets a little bit out of control. He gets a little bit out of sync. We'll see what happens here in this final season of Drew Aller before he goes to the 2026 spring NFL draft. Drew Aller's got all the talent in the world. All the talent in the world. within himself and the team to lead the Nittany Lions to not only the Big Ten championship, but the national championship. Number 4, I think, is a good spot for Drew Adler. Let me know if you think that's a little high, a little low, or just about right. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU. Boy, he had me shutting up last season. Before the season, I didn't think Nussmeier was no way a top 10, 15 quarterback. And he proved me absolutely wrong. After sitting on the bench for 3 years, Nussmeier finally received his chance to start for the Tigers as a redshirt junior. He extended the flashes of brilliance he had as a backup over a full season, finishing the year with the 5th most passing yards in the nation. I think Garrett Nussmeier was one hell of a quarterback last year. LSU had other issues. They were not a physical ball team. They could not run the ball. They could not show any physicality. This year could be a whole lot different. LSU is climbing up the boards. A lot of people's way too early SEC picks, way too early top 25. Garrett Nussmeier is the reason why. Garrett Nussmeier, number 5. I am not doubting Mr. Nussmeier this year. Not going to make that same mistake. Not going to do it. Number 6, Arch Manning, Texas. As you all know, I am the conductor on the hype train. I am the conductor. I am moving the train down the tracks. Manning's placement on this list, PFF, was the hardest to figure out. Even though he started only 3 games in his career, all against bad competition, the rising redshirt sophomore is still the betting favorite to take home the Heisman, plus 700 on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Boy, there's a lot of people I'm conducting the train here, but I got a lot of people in the same room with me. They should go back to the caboose. I'm ahead of this hype train. Arch Manning, number 6, I've got no problem with that. Even though he's not a returning starter, he's going to be leading Texas deep into the playoffs. Number 7, DJ Lagway. Like Manning, Lagway might not have a proven track record, but also like Manning, he has limitless potential. The true freshman showed why he was the top quarterback recruit in the 24th cycle, leading the Power 4 with an 8.8% big-time throw rate in 2024. However, he's got a little bit of an accuracy issue. As he talks about later in this article, DJ Lagway, he's going to have to firm that up. He's going to have to be more consistent on the easier throws. Number 8, Diego Pavia, the returning top 8 returning starter for the 2025 season. According to PFF, the Commodores finished with a winning record and a bowl victory for the first time in more than a decade, thanks in large part to Pavia. The New Mexico State transfer ranked 10th among the FBS signal callers in PFF passing grade and is 683 yards rushing. After contact, led the Power 4. An absolute beast, a tough guy, a tough dude. Diego Pavia's coming back for one more year. Vanderbilt, it should be exciting to see if he can get Vanderbilt back to a bowl game by the end of the season. Number 9, Nico. I wonder about this. I would have a few other guys in place of Nico, number 9. My bobber is down on Nico. Tennessee Volunteers quarterback. The former 5-star recruit, 81.7 PFF passing grade on the season, was still a top 20 mark in college football. 2.5% turnover, worthy play rate ranked in the top 30, even though he placed 6th among Power 4 quarterbacks in average depth of target. We shall see. He's got the physical tools. I'm very questionable about the Volunteers offensive line once again for 25, but I would have a Taylon Green in there for Arkansas. I would have him at number 9. Number 10, the last one on the list, top 10 returning starters, college football, Kevin Jennings. Jennings wasn't even supposed to be the SMU starting quarterback this past season. Preston Stone, an honorable mention on this list last year after posting the 3rd best PFF passing grade in college college football figured to be the entrenched as the starter to begin the season last year for the SMU Mustangs, but it didn't happen. Jennings took over the spot. And led SMU to the college football playoffs, led them to the ACC championship game where they got defeated by Klubnik and Clemson Tigers. Back to Klubnik. As you can tell, I have fallen in love with the Clemson Tigers going into the 2025 season. PFF has Cade Klubnik as the #1 returning starter coming back for 25. I agree. I think Clemson is going to bring a whole lot to the ACC race. They won the ACC championship game last year. They came on strong at the end of the season. They were not ready to play in the playoffs. They couldn't stop the running game. They can't stop the running game. This is something that Clemson's going to they're going to need to do for the 2025 season if they want to be a serious contender for, yes, I'm saying this, yes, for the national championship. Clemson could be a serious contender to win it all, but they got to tighten up on defense. But the quarterback position, Cade Klubnik, I am a believer. Are you a believer in Klubnik or any of the other 10 guys listed? Or is there somebody that this PFF ranking left out? Like a Jake Rasloff, Dylan Raiola? Let me know. Put it down in the comment section below the video. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.